Live. We're live. We're live.
Oh, we on the air.
Hello. Good morning. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Rec Room.
Word.
Yes,
Okay.
welcome to the Rec Room.
Oh shit. Sorry about that. We were kind of startled. We were started a little late.
All good. All
Man,
good. Glad to be here, man. The Rec Room welcome me tonight. I appreciate
the Rec
that.
Room is yet again. We're back after a while. You remember the last time we recorded?
Yes, definitely. It's been a hiatus. But now,
Do you remember the last time?
do I remember? Yes, I do.
When was the last time?
What was the last time? Probably about like a couple weeks ago, or a couple. Actually, no, more like 4 weeks, 5.
The Rec Room?
Yeah.
Was it my shit or your shit?
5 weeks
I think
ago?
Yeah, I think it was yours though.
Yeah, that was mine. Yeah, no, I'm talking about
Glad to
like
be
the
here.
Rec Room. Yeah, it's been a while, bro. Trust me, you're like our first guest, like first guest of the year, first guest of the quarter. Yeah, bro, come on, give a round of applause.
Hey, bro.
Let's go, man. Yeah, welcome. Appreciate those in attendance, but yeah, bro, like for real, like you're our first guest of the year. Like this was one hell of a start to a year, to be honest. So, yeah, so like I said, it's good. It's good to be back in action, and
She's just ready to get rolled.
that
That's
sounds about right, man. But yeah, man, I'm glad to be back in action for sure. What about you?
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm ready to. I'm so ready. But we got like to welcome you guys, our guest, Najee.
G for short, but either way, I appreciate it. Najee. Nice to meet you. And you said it was Rich and
Yeah.
Manny, right?
Mhm.
Sure, man. Appreciate it, man.
Yes, blessed
I
Allah.
see y'all with the vibes, man. Shout out to Burn.
You're.
Shout out to Burn. You know what I'm saying?
Ask you, is it cool if we roll a vibe real quick?
Of course, absolutely, man.
So since you're our guest and you actually know this, I'm gonna let you pick which one should we do. Which one should we roll up?
Hey, man, I honestly, since you told me to pick, we'll start here, bro.
Start right there.
We can, left and right. Are we in Japan? We can go right to left. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I
I'm not
feel
tripping.
that.
Like,
Man.
she looks like she ready though.
This
she
one
was
for
playing
sure?
with you earlier. Yeah, let's start there.
All right, let's start with
Work
this
our
one.
way over here.
So real quick, what's the name on this one?
Honestly, so we got 3 Saint Germain OG phenos here. I had a Saint Germain, one Saint Germain OG plant. I literally had one seed of it. She happened to be female. She had
Damn.
got no stress or anything like that, but there was literally a purple punch male and a queso good male in the tent. Queso good is a cross of like Afghan goo and some like land race of Masterif. I don't have like the actual band on it anymore, but my boy plugged me with like some genetics, man.
Yeah.
And I ran those. I was telling Rich earlier before we got on that first tent, it had a lot of plants in it, and the plants that were in it, hey man, I let them get into flower, a little bit later, and when I'm picking through the ever so many plants that are in there, I look and I'm like, hold up, that ain't a flower. That's a sack right there, my boy. You know what I'm saying? And they were well developed, you know what I'm saying? Like almost 4 or 6 nodes stacked into flower, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, I pulled them out, I went and talked with the homie about it. He's like, well, bro, the whole tent is, it's pollinated now, bro. So you're gonna have to either A, cut everything down, clean the tent out, or take one for the team and grow some new genetics. I was like, fuck it. I'm not going to cut all this weed down and not be able to grow it. Like, let's just pull the males that are out there now. If they, have pollinated, great. We'll find out once we get fully into, flower and get everything out. I ended up going through everything, and I only had probably 20 to 30 seeds of each strain. Ended up running 6 of the Saint Germain OG seeds and 3 of the papaya seeds because I had I can go down the list, but there was 12 different strains in the first tent, like I was saying, and I decided to run those 3 because, I'm just being honest here. Like every novice grower, or I don't want to say every novice because I don't wish this on any novice grower, but when you're, learning a plant, they uptake the nutrients, the way they want. Just like us, we want certain food, just like a race car versus a sedan. They're going to take certain fuel and at certain rates and at certain levels. My Saint Germain OG and my papaya, they were ready to feed heavy and could take just about anything. The rest of the 10 strains didn't react that way. Like they actually almost died from getting too much nutrients. I threw them into a shock. Like within 2 days, I had leaves falling, almost killed everything in the tent. But you know who loved it? Saint Germain OG. You know who loved it? Papaya. So I was like, fuck it. Since they actually loved it when I almost killed everybody, these guys got to be different. Let's run them. Let's find out about them. So, here we are, a whole 180 days later, almost a whole nother, year. And all I can say is I've come across some I don't want to speak too heavily, but every person I've shown this weed to has said that it's good, and I'm just mind blown because it's not even what it's supposed to be. You know, it's like a guy pulling up to a race and knowing he's got so much and losing third or fourth, but still pushing it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally, that's this weed, and it's just mind blowing to me because I got clones, bro. I got fucking clones.
Honestly, for what it is, honestly, ladies and gentlemen, it's the bomb on some real shit. And if you guys were like in here in the studio with us right now, as soon as I walked in, honestly, I smelt it. Yep, flavors, mad flavors.
I don't even think we had started smoking yet, right?
Nope.
I don't even think we had.
You just rolled the first one, I believe, or the third, I think.
Or was rolling, literally was just
Yeah.
rolling. But okay, and I can't even speak on what the aromatics you got. But what did you like get when you came in the room? Like just
When
from
I got in, it's like a sweet, pungent, strong, gassy smell. Like honestly, it smells really good.
That's everything she is, man. Honestly, when you look at the nug structure of this pheno, it kind of like makes me wonder if it is leaning towards the Afghan goo. I've got some pictures that I'd have to just pull up on my phone, but the Afghan goo, it kind of like, I don't want to say foxtailed, but its nug structure just had more of a, not necessarily bulk, but like, I don't know, ladder climbing system. You know, snake and ladder, I guess you could compare it to, if there could be a visual to compare that. And there's probably some grower out there that's going to watch this and know exactly what word, needed to be used. I could say foxtail, but that's, known, and some people even have their opinions on that. But me personally, I'm just elated, bro. Like, I'm elated. I'm new to this, and I'm grateful to even be coming across what I, come across, man. Like, people grow weed and literally kill it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I almost did in my first time and give up, man. And only thing I can say to anybody out there that starts growing or picks up anything, let alone growing, just because you fuck up once, twice, shit, 100 times, keep going if you love it, man. Like, I understand shit. If you don't love it, then why are you doing it, right? But if you love it, who cares? You love it. Keep going.
Facts, bro. Well, man, like I just want to basically just say, man, I appreciate you sharing this shit with us, man. Like I said, you're our first guest in a while. It feels good to be back, and not only that, it's pretty starting off with a blast. I mean, shit, this is dope as fuck. We're glad to come across you. I mean, he's always talked highly of you. He's like, yo, I got a grower. He got some shit in the works. He's like, he's down to pull up this, that, and the third. And so I was like, hell yeah, bring him. But yeah, like I said, I appreciate you pulling up, man, and yeah, thank you for sharing this shit.
I'll be back and be back
Definitely,
even heavier,
bro. Not only this, we're gonna have to talk business off camera because we got some shit in the works. So we definitely want to have you along.
Factual.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, we're looking
I'm all
forward
about
to
it,
everything,
man.
bro, for sure.
We're trying to build and create things for not alone us, but the people that come after us, man. Like, I'm trying to build a tree that nobody has to worry about the shade in. You know what I'm saying? Like, they looking up like, huh, we really that good? Yeah.
Damn, bro. I mean, that's what it is too, man. But yeah, man. Well, I just want to basically let's just start it off, man. So talk about your uprising and who put you on to the grow.
Hey, man, I'll never cap, man. Shout out to House of Wax Genetics. I can't even really say genetics, but you know the vibes, Ethan. I really ain't got you, follow right now. I blocked you, bro, because of that COVID shit. But, I still got love for you forever. But you know where the fuck I am with that. But anyway, my boy Ethan, he put me on with 12, like I was saying, with those seeds, man. Came through the crib. I thought we was just finna pop a few. Nah, my boy said we popping them all. Popped all fucking.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying? Like, too many seeds. And when I tell y'all, like, that Saint Germain right there, I only had one seed of it, man. It could have been a male. It could have died. It could not have made it. And now I've got clones out the wazoo ready. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've got mothers that I could set in 5s and 20s that will be sitting, that could sit for us 6 months, 2 years if we treat them properly. Like, it's just. And the biggest thing that I have learned in this growing thing, forgive me, you guys talked about, asked me about my uprising as well, because I'll go on to that, try to stick to the questions. Like upbringing and things like that, because it's kind of a funny story. I'm from South Carolina, or raised there, but my mom's and pops, my mom is from Watts, California. When they had that first earthquake, I don't know, it was like in the 70s or something like that back in Cali. I'm not super familiar because I'm not from there. But they had that earthquake there. Shit, my grandma, she moved here, bro. We been in AZ since I'm talking the day of the earthquake. Huh? Motherfucker, when that first motherfucking shake got done, my granny got everybody in the car. They moved to Arizona, and they have been here since. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, grandma. You know what I'm saying? You went away in 2016.
R.I.P.
Yeah, man, a gem to this world, but I ain't gonna say she wasn't cussing when we got out of church. Just being honest, right off the pew, there was a little doorstep. Soon as she crossed over that, but hey, when it comes to that, the only reason I bring that up is because I moved here because my mom's and pops met in Tucson. Because like I said, my mom and her family moved from Arizona. I mean, Watts, California, moved here to Arizona. I'm kind of high, y'all, so if I fuck this shit up, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Don't worry about it. Yeah, you fine.
You know, I'm just keeping it a buck. But anyway, motherfucker came from was living in South Carolina for like 15 years, man. Fishing and hunting my whole life. Didn't really know shit about weed. None of this shit. I'm never going to sit here and act like I did because you can go do your research and you will see that I fucking did not. I'm just telling you. I ain't going to be mad at none of y'all motherfuckers because guess what? You can turn a new leaf. You can find things that are good in life. Don't be looking at me crazy. Now, like I'm saying.
Let that be said and let that be learned.
I'm just.
Preach.
Talk to him.
Hey, they said it at 8, but I'm just shout out Marianne Lane, senior. Godmommy, you know the deal. What was I gonna say? Shit. Yeah, you, Pat, the reason I started smoking. Fucking senior year, what was it? Not even fucking we're shot putting discus track, bro. We win district or whatever the fuck that shit is, sections or whatever that shit is. But I don't throw well enough to fucking go to state. I had to make a certain mark, didn't make that shit. Yeah, I threw shot and disc in high school under Coach Baker. Shout out Coach Baker. Another fucking excellence. Motherfucker had like 30 fucking throwers champion. All right, Coach. I ain't going like. I don't want to be lying. I don't want to be lying, Coach Baker. So if it was like 15, you know what I'm saying. But anyway, Coach Baker, the truth. I'll get up and do a motherfucking spin right now. Still. You know the form, Coach. It's not. But anyway, fucking I didn't make it. We went to a party that night. These motherfuckers we're drinking. We're having a good time. You know what I'm saying? We're not drinking. We're at a wonderful house party, you know what I'm saying? And anyway, they've got wonderful seltzers and apple juice and sparkling cider and all that shit, you know what I'm saying?
Soda pop and all.
Man, bro, shout out to the mom because they ain't have to get that sparkling cider for us so we can feel like we having a good time. But anyway, my boy was like, hey man, we're about to go smoke. What? We're gonna go smoke. I'm like, all right. You come in, yeah, fine. Yeah, I'm not going to state anyway. I'm all fucking sulking about the shit.
Yeah.
We get in the fucking car. My boy has a fucking Coke can. Poke some holes in that shit. You know what I'm saying? Fucking puts the weed on the top. You know what I'm saying? We're all in the fucking Tahoe or smoking that shit through the Coke can, bro. And that was the first time I smoked
Shout out to those
weed,
days,
bro.
Man.
So, I want to name everybody, but motherfucker, you a fireman. I don't know what John doing. I don't know what Jamal doing. But nigga, you a fireman, and then Pat don't do it with his thing, so I ain't gonna do y'all like that.
Yeah, I don't want to interrupt you, but I just found 2 seeds. Is that bad?
Not see, so that's why. So like I was saying, I had a Saint Germain OG, hermaphrodite on us. You know what I'm saying? She had a little unnecessary stress. To be honest, one of the days I was trying to do some low stress training. So what that is basically you're bending the plant and cropping the canopy so you can allow more light to get down to your lowers and or to any area that you want your canopy to be filled with, right? So I did that, and when I did that, I fucking, like I can actually show you in this picture right here, I fucking snapped the fuck out of my papaya and a few other strains. Let me see if it'll load up here. But basically, that was just due to the plant being stressed, and that normally can come from anything from the environment or us as the growers, you know what I'm saying? And so that's why there's some seeds in there. It's either A, from the plant hermaphroditing, or B, from it just getting a little unnecessary stress. It's normally the only reason plants ever have seeds in them, other than if you're just trying to force some, genetic crossing.
Yeah. Okay, I only ask because, usually, when you come from the hood, everybody breaks up some weed, thinking some gas. You find a seed, it's like, oh, there's a seed, blah, blah, blah. I don't know.
Nah.
I was just curious. I'm like,
that's respectable. Everything that I've actually rolled before, it had seeds in it here today, So, it happens, man.
Yeah, but anyway, you continue?
Yeah, no problem. And it just, I don't even know where I was at from there, to tell you the truth.
Oh, no, you were smoking out of a Coke can?
Yeah, you're smoking out of a Coke can.
On top of a Coke can, because I don't really like how that sounds.
Okay,
but
you're smoking out of a Coca-Cola can.
Like it was a soda can. Let's just say that, because we don't fuck with Coke. We don't fuck with none of that. You know what I'm saying? Some shrooms, okay. Shrooms, we could
We'll
talk
talk about
it.
that,
You know,
actually,
we
right
you know we
now
gotta have a
after the story.
conversation. But other than that, so. Yeah, man. And ever since then, I went back to school like the next other day. I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna be smoking every day. And now I grow weed, man, and I love it, man. I literally love it, bro. Like, and I'm so passionate about it that I'm willing to take the 8 years, whatever time it takes to build myself as a brand, or even just the knowledge to be able to spread that and monetize that. Because once you've created a quality product in cannabis, bro, everyone knows this. It sells itself, man.
Oh yeah, definitely,
So
man. It does.
nothing better than that. Like,
It's funny the way the process. I mean, I know you have your own process, but like the cloning, like because it's crazy. It's just like True Med. Like I was telling you earlier, because you have True Med, like quality weed, probably even better, honestly. Yeah, definitely. Because shit.
wish I had
man.
True Med equipment, then I'll really show you some.
Oh yeah, yeah.
No kizzy.
No doubt, dude.
Shout out
but
to True Med. We're not
honestly-
gonna disrespect.
Yeah, no disrespect, but honestly, that's what they do. Honestly, too, they do the clones, but they abuse like the mother, I guess. Like, not like in the sense like that, but you know what I mean. They just
Nah, it's
they
just-
use
it's
her
just-
up, and then not like we lose that strand in that case type shit. That's it until we find another seed, or someone comes across another grower type shit that has it. But in this case, as you were telling me that you do with your clones that you make the other one into a mother.
Oh, well, I mean, really, I haven't really gotten that far with it, but I just try to let my clones be as healthy as possible, because at the end of the day, this is my future generation, right? It's the progeny. So if I
Yes,
don't take the
indeed.
time to, have that clone or have a plant, I'm fucked. And that's already happened to me once. It almost happened with Saint Germain OG, I didn't take any clones the first time I grew it. I happened to get maybe, I think, a zip or two off the plant. And that zipper two, I can't say how many seeds it had. I think it had like four fucking seeds in it. You know what I'm saying? And here we are. Maybe
seeds.
more. Maybe more. I mean,
But honestly,
You gotta put that John C. Riley music.
well, nah, cause I got 6 phenos of Saint Germain in the tent right now, so I'm trying to remember realistically how many seeds were in that cut. But honestly, I don't remember. All I can say for a fact is that I grew 6 of those seeds from that Saint Germain plant, and here we are right now.
and how is the papaya? I was just wondering because I know you didn't bring that today, but I was just curious on how what's your thoughts on it, like on
I
smoking
mean,
wise?
I showed it to a few people. They like it. It's some quality weed. It looks, same level of quality. It's just that the nug size wasn't where I wanted it to be. Because number one, they were in the back of the tent, didn't have the light or space that they would have liked to have. And two, it's just, I don't know. I could have brought a lot, but I only brought what I brought.
No, yeah,
And it would have been a lot of weed to bring. So I was just like, let me just fill it out, and next time,
No, yeah, but the Germain is lovely, honestly. So I can only imagine how the papaya is. Is.
Yeah, like I was saying about off camera, Rosin Bell, man. I went to the Purple Party, the event that is like every year. Shout out to Miss Phoenix on Instagram. She puts that together, has a bunch of different vendors come through and things like that. And she had Rosin Bell there. I took some of that papaya to her. She ended up pressing like a quad of it for me, just as flower rosin. And the flower rosin, I took a dab of it off the eno, man. I still am just mesmerized by the taste that it left off. What I can say is I've been trying to place it on my palate. I can't necessarily say I've ate the fruit that it tastes like when you smoke it. You know what I'm saying?
I feel it. That's how I felt like with the first time I ever had like Grow Science concentrates.
Shout out to them.
Yeah, shout out to them, definitely. That shit was amazing, man. Like I got some live rosin with my cousin, and that shit was something I never had before and never had again because it's just like it's a certain taste. You know what I mean?
Nah, I got a lot of respect for Grow Science, man. I can't really remember the guy's name, but when they see my face and I see their face, it's always good love. Bro had I remember before the white truffle strain was even out for flower, I think, quite yet, and the hash was out at all. He pulled up at some event and he just came up to me. He had a whole fucking jar of it in his fucking bag. And he's like, bro, check this strain out, man. Look at this thing we're gonna be dropping out soon. I can't remember bro's name, but if he sees my face, you know, he'll yeah, bro, yeah. I'm just bad about shit like that, bro. Like we be smoking weed, and most of the time we smoking good weed. So like if I don't hear your name like 5-10 times, I'll remember your face. You know what I'm saying? But like, it's just not gonna happen.
Yeah, I feel that because I'm kind of like that too. Like people can describe a person to me like great detail and everything. I'm like, yo, if you don't show me a picture, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like you got to show me.
I really just might not remember, and it's not that I don't know them. I just don't remember. Nothing else, nothing more.
True, that's how I am too. Because certain names, I gotta see faces before I can actually remember. You know, yeah. Or I gotta see certain or hear certain names to remember certain faces. I guess I don't know. It's just weird.
Nah, all I can say is when it comes down to that, I just be grateful for my memory because, you know, I'd have definitely met a lot of people, and when I do meet some of the people that I've met, I think about the network that I even have and don't even know. You know, you just sometimes don't even know who you're. You know.
Yeah.
No idea. and it's grateful to know that, you know, your network can be like that. You know, that's how so many great things in this world have been built, is by building a network, you know? So
that's exactly what we're trying to build, man.
Hey, beautiful. I'm grateful to be here. And if I could say anything, shout out to a foundation. If I could, you know, say I'm anything like that or something to solidify that, grateful to be here, man. We'll be here for years to come.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. We're definitely gonna be working together and seeing each other more often. Have you ever tried to get into the dispensary? Yeah.
I appreciate you. Yeah, bro. I put in, you know, hella applications on Indeed. Well, I ain't gonna say hella, but like I put in my resume and put in that that's what I was looking for. When a few notifications came in, I shot out a couple apps, and even back when this is a long time ago when Metro Meds was or when Jars Cannabis was Metro Meds. I forget the owner's name.
Shout out to them.
Yeah, straight up. He shot me like in a you know, the opportunity to try and work there, but I kind of like bullshitted it away. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with Grow Generations.
Grow Generations, and no, I haven't heard of them yet.
Hydroponic store.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's a hydro store. It's a hydro store. The hydroponic depot that used to be right there off of 19th and or like 21st in Peoria, like behind the QT. They were there for a bit. They just recently moved. Shout out to, I shouldn't even be really, you know, throwing y'all this fucking light right now, but you know, because y'all already know the deal. Like I ain't even got to take it there, but yeah, man, Grow Generations. I started working there, and I came in and met a lot of good people. Shout out Charles, shout out Bradley. You know what I'm saying? Ryan, I appreciate you for giving me the opportunity, but I don't like the way things went, man. I'm not even going to do you like that on camera.
Hey.
But you know what's up, man?
You knew what you did.
Like, come on, man. Workforce reduction. How you need less workforce in a bigger building? Do the numbers, man. Make it add up. That's all I'm saying. Now, anyway, I worked there for a minute, man, and to be honest, I came in contact with a lot of the head growers here in Phoenix, a lot of the dispensary owners here in Phoenix, and then just the regular customers that are here growing, trying to figure out how to grow in Phoenix. I probably spoke with anywhere from 100 to 500 customers in the time that I worked there for like 80 days, and I'm a very analytical person, so when it comes to like, I kind of like to refer it to games and things like that. Fuck with the Mortal Kombat back here in the background, or even with out right now the Elden Ring. You know, if you fuck with it.
Shout out to Fools.
Hey man, that Elden Ring is pretty sick. I haven't played it yet. With that shit, I want to fucking.
Also, shout out to RDC. I don't know if y'all be smoking because y'all be trying to keep shit right on camera, but shout out to them because they be doing the Elden Ring string. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No,
but
you're good. Go ahead.
The reason I was even trying to compare all that is just saying that like when it comes to analytics and how I operate as a person, I think of things as like an experience point or the gaining of such knowledge. And when I go through certain situations, all it takes is that certain situation. Once I've been through it, that's all I need. I don't have to like learn it. Some people go through things and they have to, continue to go through, continue. Nah, man, if it's like a lesson, now I ain't gonna say I'm the best with relationships. I'll be fucking up there. But I'm just being honest when it comes to like actually getting things done or a plan or like steps to an action, bro. If I learn it once, that's all it takes. And that's what growing is, bro. Like there's literally 30 steps. I can't say that for a fact. Like, I'm kind of like estimating right now, right? You know what I'm saying? But if I was to compartmentalize and literally just break down each and every step, there's just steps that you have to follow with this stuff, man. Nothing else, nothing more. And if you follow those steps, I don't care what strain you're growing. I don't care if it's some fucking Reggie from your uncle 20 years ago or the fucking best thing you got from fucking whoever dropped seeds, because I don't care enough to look into it. You know what I'm saying? But those people, the big names out there, if I could show, love, I don't know, But those guys out there, you can grow quality if you can control the environment. Now, can I say you can go outside and just put a fucking plant in the ground and grow some weed? No. Fuck no, you cannot. Will it happen? Hey, God might love you.
It happened. Back in the day, I used to. But,
Speak on it. It happens.
Yeah, it happens, but not always. Especially out here in Arizona.
You might as well win the lottery.
Yep. Exactly.
Go try and swim at the beach and hope a shark bites you. That's you got better odds. But that's all I'm saying. Go ahead.
No. So how many grows have you done in total?
To be honest, this is my third harvest.
This is your third harvest?
Literally just my third harvest, bro.
So how was your first grow and how did it turn out?
Bro, I had a auto flower of some blue Skittles. I still got some seeds of that. I fucking can't wait till I get the time to actually run it and get it done right, because I love the way it smoked. It came out great, man. I literally grew two fucking 5 gallons my first time. My boy kind of like, I don't know if he wanted me to start rudimentary or what was going on there. Maybe just didn't understand my budget or what the case was. But like, instead of telling me to go to the store and get some pots or get this, he's like, go to fucking Home Depot, get some 5-gallon buckets. I'm like, motherfucker, what? Yeah, he's like, drill some holes in them bitches. Make sure you get some drain pans when you're there. I'm like, motherfucker, man. What?
That's the honest, sweet, cheap way, but it's a good way.
That's how I got my start. I'm just being honest. You know what I'm saying? Just being fucking honest. And I had one plant one of them in a 5-gallon, and I fucked around, and I thought one seed wasn't growing because I was being impatient. Ended up growing, so I put another one in a fucking plastic bag, fucking popped that bitch in the plastic bag versus the other two that I just grew in the dirt. Fucking threw that one that already had a root, fucking tap root showing, threw it in the dirt. Next thing you know, I got 2 fucking plants in the fucking 1 5-gallon, and one of the other ones has 1. Fucking grow them bitches all the way out, you know what I'm saying? And they did okay, but I literally tried to, and hey man, growers gonna be laughing at me as I say this, and I kind of like get upset, but maybe people just want you to learn lessons the way they think that you should, and that applies the way it's supposed to apply. And I'm kind of like talking on this joint, so let me hit this shit so people ain't talking shit. That's how you know the weed good though is still going.
And I was gonna ask you, what kind of soil do you be using? I mean, is that like a secret?
Hell no, man. There's no reason to hide any of this. It's just
I'm sorry for cutting you off.
No, you're good. You're good.
When I was working at TrueMed, they use, I don't know, I think it's like fiberglass.
Rock wool probably.
Yeah. That's
rock wool.
Like.
Yeah. Rock wool cubes.
Looks like fiberglass type shit.
Yeah. It's very similar. I haven't myself worked with fiberglass, but I think I've kind of like seen it on a YouTube video or some shit. I ain't really had it on hands on. But if I could compare it to something, it would probably look like that. Oh, but what was I saying though? Fuck. Oh, mediums, because that's really what it's called, right? It's your medium. What medium do you use? Myself, I'm really still testing the waters. My first medium, I just ran fucking Ocean Forest from fucking Fox Farms, bro. My boy told me that was the thing to buy. Fucking what I did when I got the job at fucking Grow Generations. We ended up getting a fucking sample from fucking Floraflex of some of their cocoa. I fucking ran that bitch. You know what I'm saying? It was free fucking soil. I was like, why not? So it was 100% cocoa. I had some fucking 1 gallons of Ocean Forest still. Ended up mixing them, a ratio.
How did the cocoa work?
Honestly, I liked it a lot. I wish I would have just did one more flush. Like, the weed smoke's really nice, but I feel like it could be just a little less harsh. And I know why, And it's just because I was being impatient, And it's just... You got to take your time with this, man. You rush this plant, it's just like anything else you rush in life. It's not going to be what you want.
So the soil, but aside from the soil, what kind of, I know water. So what kind of water do you use? Is it particular in water?
To get back to that, and I know if you're watching this or you do watch this, you're probably going to be laughing.
Oh, no, real quick, just to give people perspective. Today is March 18th. So this shit probably won't come out till like maybe another week or so. So... Hey, giving y'all notice.
Hey, whenever you see it. I don't care if you see it 5 years from now, 10 years from now, motherfucker. But listen here. Believe this shit. This is about to fuck you up. All right. So the homie, I'm asking him, and I'm even telling him. I'm not even asking him. I'm telling him. I'm like, I'm gonna grow with 9.5, with 9.5 pH water. He's like, he's kind of like, exactly, because I've been drinking alkaline water. I'm on the whole, it's the best thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Thinking I know something about growing. I don't fucking know shit. I haven't grown anything besides a fucking tomato, and I had too many of them in the pot when I grew them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Put like 88 seeds. I ain't gonna say 88, but I put too many seeds in the pot and ended up growing them all. That's what even got me started growing, man. Because when my brother passed away, like I brought him up before the stream. Shout out Chef B. When he passed away, man. I started growing, man. I went and bought hella shit from the garden, from Home Depot, and started growing just regular plants, peppers and shit, you know, jalapenos and shit. And next thing you know, I met Ethan and them. Like I was speaking about Ethan earlier, and this is where I'm leading to with the other thing that I was trying to say. I met Ethan. Ethan's like, bro, you want to grow? Bro, drop me the seeds, drop me the buckets and shit. And when we get to the water, because that's where I'm supposed to be fucking the question I'm supposed to be answering.
Yeah.
When we get to the water, I was like, all right, bro, I'm gonna try and do this water. He just was like, he was kind of like now that I think back on the situation and I try and put my mind back on what was going on, he was kind of like, why would you do that? But didn't say that, you know? And I wish he would have just been like, no, bro, like the plants literally uptake nutrients at a specific pH, and if they're not having that pH, they're not going to uptake nutrients the way they need to. Even if they're growing somewhat from having that water, they're not growing to the best that they could be because they can't uptake the nutrients the way they need to at the specific pH that they need, which is anywhere between, depending on mediums, but 5.8 to 6.2 pH for cocoa, and 5.8 and 6.5 to for soil and or rock wool, but it may vary for rock wool. Shout out to Grow Generations for even that bit of knowledge that I have. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. Shout out to True Man too.
We're at 45 minutes already.
damn,
Holy shit, bro.
And
organic as fuck.
all right, so as for the water, did you use alkaline for these ones?
Absolutely not.
No, so you learned from the first one.
Big time, because like if I compare costs, right, to grow with alkaline water to even from
Very
seed,
expensive.
what, $800 for fucking for from seed to harvest, bro, in water, bro. I spent $60 in water for all my plants this time. You know what I'm saying? I went to the water mill down the street from my crib and got water. That's that's pH at 6.0. You know what I'm saying?
That's a lot.
Already, if not 7.0. Like, and it's like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when it comes to water, as long as it's reverse osmosis, bro, W. They say to, run a little more CalMag when you're running reverse osmosis water, but
Yeah.
as long as you test the ppm, part per million of your water, bro, and verify what you're running at, make sure you're not running too high, that's really what matters, bro, because those plants, they're only going to be able to uptake so many things literally on a molecular level. So if you try to force feed, it's just like any, tube, you know what I'm saying? You try to force feed something that's bigger than that tube, it's just not going to go down it, it's not going to happen.
Can you tell me like what kind of system do you have, like, or schedule do you run when you do your plants? You know what I mean? Like, I know every grower has their own type of schedule.
Nah, totally. I mean, there's the it's kind of like I'm trying to, like, the term is like slipping my mind right now, but like regular or what everyone would recommend, every 2 to 3 days. But honestly, man, I look at my plants and just take notice of the soil. And if it's starting to get a little too dry, I make sure I water them, I don't overwater. I always make sure that if I'm going to water, it's anywhere, between, depending on the size of, my medium that we're using, right? We just want to make sure you don't have too much runoff, man. And whatever runoff you do have, depending on your plants, right? Because you got to get to know your strains. That's the biggest thing, like, that I think people don't really understand when they start growing is, like, all weed or all strains, because I want to make sure I speak correct, all strains feed differently, right? So even though I could be feeding this one strain this way and it's loving it, this other strain could be looking for something completely more and literally not be doing what it wants, or not feeding properly, or not taking that water, or so it's just getting to know your plant. You could say that you want to feed every 2 to 3 days. Myself, I pay attention, and it can be anywhere between every 2 to 5 or every 2 to 3. But that's just, me specifically, because, that's just what I think is best. You know, I don't want to force them into needing water. And then sometimes I do a little what they call dry back, you know, just allow the plant to be in that dry soil, sitting there, growing a little bit more, you know, and you don't want to let it go too long, you know, unless you've got the water leaves to have her on there. If you know, a lot of people are ready to pull those and take those leaves, but that's what saves you, to be honest. If you do forget your watering or you do miss on your schedule, those water leaves, man, that's what the plant has them for. Literally, is to store nutrients in those leaves for the time when it can't get water. That's why it does it on a biological level, you know. So to answer the question latently or simply, you know, myself every 2 to 3 days, you know. But if it was just that simple, you know, you know, like I can't say it's every 2 to 3 days. I try to pay attention to the soil.
So do you have any plans to like go independent and like make your own brand? You know how like most people do. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're still talking. I apologize.
No, you're fine. Yeah, like
But it's
make
rude.
your own like packaging and all that.
I apologize again for cutting you off one more time, but it's rude, so that's why.
No, yeah.
Left.
Go ahead. No, I'm done.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fuck. When it comes to like going, you know, legal or, you know, even, you know, becoming an individual that does have his own brand, to be honest, the only reason I'm not doing it right now is I don't have the knowledge. That's all I'm looking for now. Just like I went and, you know, searched to get the knowledge for growing, I want to learn how to brand myself legally and be marketing cannabis to others legally. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to fucking sell weed. If I wanted to sell weed, I could have been selling fucking weed. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just not doing nothing for me. I want to fucking have a Wrigley's of weed, man. 10 years from now, 20 years from now, Walmart's accepting that shit, and you can get that shit out of the fucking, huh? And I know you're thinking Wrigley's, but I'm talking about a brand that's established so heavily that I don't even have to charge anymore because of the product that you know I'm delivering.
Bro, I feel you. I've always has something envisioned like that for my whole team, pretty much, you know. So basically, the way I look at it is like what cookies is to California. Like, we got to create something like that for Arizona. So like, that's so when you come to Arizona, one of the first places you think of is the Grand Canyon and our dispensary. So like, that's how it is going to be. Like, that's how I see it.
Okay. I all I can say is when it comes to cookies, man, shout out to them big time. Burner set the blueprint, man. He said it for all of us. He said it for the
Facts.
just all I need is the step. Like, I'm like, okay, I got the growing, I got the fucking quality strain, motherfucker. All right, well, what is the legality terms and what do I need to pay? And all right, well, I ain't got the capital, but I got the knowledge to get this shit done. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it fucking done, man. Like,
Bro, exactly.
Like,
and that's
you,
why. And
you
that's
need
what,
your 15, motherfucker. You can have that. You can have it. Like what? Like what? I wish we could get it down to 5, but if it's gotta be that, we can have it. You know, like,
and that's why I say, well, cookies is to California, because when you go to California, you usually think of cookies, right? Cookies or even the beach. I mean,
period.
You also think of other
Absolute shout out to the
dispensaries,
girls
but
out
like
there. They be wilding
cookies
with
has
that.
to be the top right there. Yeah.
Nah, but for real, man, the cookies, man, don't go on too heavy on that, but that period stuff. But cookies, bro, I haven't been to Cali too many times. I got the Chargers bag right here, you know. We about to go crazy this next year, you know what I'm saying? So when motherfuckers looking at me like I'm talking crazy next year, just know why, all right? Because motherfucker. And then if we don't, well, then shit, I got to eat my fucking words. But I don't think that's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? We got Jay Herbo. I ain't going to go down the list. If you paying attention, you know. Anyway, what was I supposed to be saying right there?
You haven't gone to Cali?
Yeah, I haven't gone to Cali, bro. I've only been to Cali 3 times. The 3 times I've been was for Sacramento. It was like a Thanksgiving, a funeral, and then the homie had like a this is fucking a long time. I can't even remember. I believe I remember this shit. The homie went to nationals for track. Like, we were like 15, bro. Yeah. He was running fucking the 100 meter and the 4x1 and fucking nationals for the track clubs was fucking out there in fucking Sacramento, and we had to go fucking out there for them to run. Bro, that's just excellence again, like I was talking about in the beginning, man. It's just something I've always been around. And like, one of my first jobs, because I really never worked like till I turned 18, was Chick-fil-A. And, you know, shout out to Chick-fil-A. If you've ever worked there or even understand, yeah, like Chick-fil-A, bro. If you ever even understand, like me, yeah, Chick-fil-A, yeah, but I didn't have locks back then. Like, I had a fucking wave cut. I had waves fucking, I ain't gonna say they was 360, but at least 280. You know what I'm saying? And, motherfucking Chick-fil-A operated in a way that they had a method, they had a plan, they had even a time limit for actions and what it should take to get things done. And when you have things like that, when you can put people like that, you can create anything, bro. And so, like, just working with them for the 2 years that I worked with them, it really just instilled like a level of excellence. And I've always said, you can my boy Ethan that I spoke about in the beginning, and I'm calling him my boy, but it's kind of like with light words as I say that, but it's all out of love at the end of the day. I always would tell him I wanted to be or have a reference to in the cannabis industry, Chick-fil-A, because of the service and excellence that they deliver as a company. If you could deliver that in cannabis, like, shout out to Potent Planet, because they are doing that and are already out here doing it. They just have decided to not necessarily build a brand and just release their, strains out to dispensaries. And I'm down for that. Motherfucker, tell me how, motherfucker. Guess what? I got that shit. I got 12 for you right now. But, like, that's all I can say, like.
Yeah, I feel that. Well,
fucking A.
We're gonna have to wrap it up now, but we would love to have you again as a guest, man.
I can't wait, man. Just let me know the date.
Bro, there's definitely going to be a part 2 to this shit because we still got questions.
Bro,
Shit, right?
hey, bro, I'm here, bro. I'm here, bro. Either before the next harvest or after the next harvest or in between. It doesn't matter.
We'll set something up. But before you leave, man, where can people find you at?
Man, G's Exotics, man. G's Exotics. JEES Exotics on Instagram. That's really all I'm going to shout out there because that's what, where all the cannabis is. If you really want to get to know me, message me on there and I'll, we'll get into the personals and things like that. But other than that, G's Exotics, man. On Instagram. I don't got anything else for that. I guess I should make a Twitter, huh? One of them shits, huh? Okay.
Yeah, definitely, man.
I got a Twitter. I ain't gonna act like I got a Twitter, but I'm not gonna reveal. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just leave it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you. I feel that, man. But thank you again, man, for we're blessed to have you on here.
Thank you all for having me, man. I really think having a mic in my hand is something I'm supposed to do in life. So even y'all just giving me this opportunity. Shout out to
Golden,
my boy over there, my boy Golden, bro. Big vibes to him because he's really the one that made all of this possible. He put it together for us. So all I can do is say, part 2, just know he gonna be hitting a fat ass joint on the motherfucker and be in the camera on that hoe. That's all you know. Big love.
Shout out to Gold, and as always, we love him.
Yep. So thank you guys again for tuning in to the Rec Room. I'm so dope.
Manny B.
And that boy is G. You know the vibe.
And we out.
Mountain,
Peace.
man. Keep going.